Oh, you're over here. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Today we're repping sports.
Sports ball.
Sports. Very excited to be jumping back in. Unfortunately, our amazing Dorky has been feeling kind of ill, and unfortunately will not be joining us today, but we are moving forward in the campaign. She says she's good to go for next week, so she'll be right back in.
Yay.
Very excited. Where we left off, there's a city-sized tree wandering about in these swamps, Minty, and after the party has gone in,
swamp.
yes, the party knows that Makuta, who is a ancient druid, and Sovas, also a druid, have been working together to manipulate the Waystones. The Waystones being very important to Terra, as she wants to do all sorts of shenanigans. And in order to do such shenanigans, the writing on these Waystones will help significantly. Let's start with you. Go ahead and introduce yourself, a little quickie on your character, and then pass it.
Sure. Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. I play Terraform. She is a satyr druid. She is kind of like a child of the island, kind of like Harmony is a little bit kind of her dad, but is magic. And so she's trying to help this band of people that came on and have formed Dragon's End, trying to help them with like someone from the north came down and they've been trying to overtake, so helping them along with their missions and keeping this land safe and healthy. And then her ulterior motive is she's trying to help Harmony get out of capture from the natives. In return for helping him, she's going to try and make him sane and like be like an avatar for him, sort of thing. But she's still figuring out how to do that. I'll pass it off to
the investiture.
Pass it off to Ben.
Hello, I'm Ben, and I play Mentiroso. He's a Tabaxi Ranger fighter who was born abandoned in the swamp and raised by alligators.
And Anti-Terra.
And Anti-Terra. My goal right now is to avenge the death of one of my alligator parents, who that's still unconfirmed, and then also find the other one. He's it's missing.
There was a lot of dead bodies.
Yeah,
There's a lot of carcasses.
Got a lot of dead pets last round.
I don't care as much about the other human beings. Well, I guess they're not all human beings, but the other humanoids, the other things that are trying to save the island. I really don't care about anything other than the swamp. So me and my pet alligator Albert are on a mission to save the swamp, and that's it.
Who are you passing it to?
Hey, I'm Critfail Jake. You find me on TikTok and Instagram. I'm playing Thranduin, and he is a Warlock Paladin. His goal is to hopefully the phylactery of the Lich that has taken over Dragon's End, so they can save it from the zombies. Go ahead, George.
Hello, I'm GoodGriefGeorge. You can find me on Twitch and nowhere else right now, because all of my other socials are currently disposed of.
Bad things happened.
We'll see how that goes. At any rate, I play Fizbin Ramsey, the Dragonborn cleric of the Stormfather, and he's right there with Thranduin. You know, he's worried about the Lich, and he's also, I mean, as a player, I'm beginning to realize that every druid is just evil. Every druid is evil. They're all just awful human or awful creatures.
Straight facts.
We are nature. Just kidding. Ulterior motives.
And he is also technically anti-Terra, but in the sense of being against her because he's not super a fan of Harmony. So we'll see how that goes.
Just a refresher, that's Sovas. Also has close ties with the elven nobility from the northern continent that you are from.
Yes, which Fizbin also despises.
Of course. So, where we left off, the Mycenid sovereign has been freed, is on kind of a stump of a table. The caretaker, the prisoner and torturer of this thing, is pretty injured. he kind of pulls the knife out from his chest, and kind of goes down on one knee and looks around. Flame all within this hollowed out tree, kind of quickly spreading along the walls and throughout this room. You hear Minty, the far off yells in Elvish, mostly the usual fire. You smell that? Smoke? Oh, here? No. Oh God. And a lot of run. Various orders being given.
I gain joy from the sounds of chaos.
Oh my goodness.
Gain hate
It
from the
is fiery
sounds
smell.
of the elf.
What do you guys do?
You said the guy's still alive.
Yeah, he's bent over pretty bad, holding onto a specific gut wound that a certain knife. He's just kinda putting it
Roll
back
to
in.
finish him off.
All right, what are you trying to do?
Nice.
Decapitate him.
All right, roll to hit.
So 18 plus 11, 29.
30.
Okay, he gets out a quick, wait, and then you hear in the slow splurt of blood, over and over. The Mycerinid Sovereign is alive, has a movement speed of 5, kind of leans up a little bit.
Can I
I'm-
cast plant growth and
Okay.
see if I can suffocate the fire with plant growing over where the plant? Stop! Don't look at me like that.
Okay, so you begin whispering, and all of these vines kind of start coiling over the fire in an attempt to kind of roll over
Like
and
suffocate
smother.
it, yeah.
The entire room begins, the walls included, begin transforming and kind of roiling over in certain areas. Let me see.
I can control exactly where the plant growth is.
Right.
So
I'm gonna say you are about 50% successful. There is still quite a lot of wind coming from one of the archways, and that is going upwards. And in that area, the fire does continue. But the rest of the room being stifled in now the room is billowing the smoke.
okay. So,
Yeah, restricted vision. You hear some coughing coming from up the stairs.
I cast gust to
Okay.
get it out of my face.
What's everyone else doing?
We're squishy.
Okay, I was gonna search the dead body for anything interesting.
Okay. Yeah, you find multiple keys. A great chain of keys. Not all of them made of metal. Some of them in these twisted, strange woods that are kind of interlocked together and kind of move a little bit on its own. But just overall, it's a plant. It's just a living plant that is a key.
Okay, I
The rest
hold
are
the
metal.
keys up and I say, "Who wants keys?"
Where do they go?
Fizbin wants keys.
I just
I do?
toss them blindly towards Fizbin.
Do we want to try to get answers from this guy, or should we wait for Sovas?
Let's all make a quick wisdom save. As the Mycerinid, if you want to fail, you can. As the Mycerinid tries to make contact with everybody.
Save. Okay, I know what I'm
15
doing.
plus 8.
Okay. So you can resist it if you want to.
Heck
Oh,
that.
talk to them.
Okay.
Nat
Fucking
1.
Things
Let's
talking
go.
in my head all
In
the
the
time.
conversation.
You have
18
no
plus
choice. You must listen.
I'll let it
29.
Jesus.
Wow.
And what was yours, Jake?
happen. 18 plus 5, but I'm
Okay,
gonna let it
so you're
happen.
good.
I'm letting it.
Okay. And George, are you letting it happen?
No, I hate
Okay.
things in my head.
So Finn's been like, and
Enough of that.
and everyone else. You look around, you can see everyone else, including Minty, potentially against his will, kind of all lock in on the Mycerinid together. And what the three of you hear briefly is Makuda's voice, and you hear, "What have you done?" And then, no, this all-powerful as the voice is ejected, and the Mycerinid says, "Thank you."
Welcome.
I actually was the one that freed you.
Hey, we work together.
You feel this almost mantle around your mind. Go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Sorry. I kicked him.
That'd be a 6.
Also, I've seen the narwhal. Anyway,
I mean, if we're gonna compare feats, I did free the one that let us come here.
okay.
That one's reversible.
Okay, I need to focus.
Yeah.
These are great.
I'm angry one is so cute.
Okay. You feel your memories being kind of rifled through.
Oh.
Just the briefest ones. And it happens incredibly fast.
He's not gonna get much.
Okay. And it kind of, and then you feel it kind of, everyone does, except Fizbin, who's just kind of here for this. You hear it relax, and then you hear the dreadful mourns over the many enslaved and mostly dead Myconids that he was, the kind of hive mind for, to an extent, part of their society, and all of it's gone in this sovereign's eyes. It's been bastardized and twisted into something genuinely evil. The tree groans around you as well.
Real quick, I did it kind of in RP, but I want to, when I asked if we want to get answers from this guy, do you want me to raise him up as a specter to interrogate him now, or do we want to wait for Sobas and interrogate him after we kill him?
My brain is itchy.
Or Makuta.
I will gladly interrogate Sovas.
Because I double check, but I'm pretty sure I can only do it once per long rest.
I mean, the only information that I would want from this guy is how do we free all of the ones that they're holding in the wall, and what's the fastest way to Sobas?
And what do these keys do?
What do those keys do?
If there's a key, there must be a door.
Don't we have like a drink that gives us the benefits of a long rest?
Yes, you do.
Each of us has
Each
one.
of you has one. I believe none of you have consumed it yet.
So you can do both.
Good thing.
But you didn't hear that from Mentiroso.
Yeah, he's just like, my brain be doing it. I can't
I am
get to
currently
it.
looking around the room for stuff.
Just as he goes through your memories, that one happens to pop. Like, oh yeah, we got these.
My eyes are twitching.
You see 4 individuals kind of rough through the smoke by the door. Elven warriors, seems like, and they have much like shoot. George, what was the barbarian's name from last season? I'm so sorry.
Crichton?
No. Crichton.
Crichton?
I was stuck on Kratos, and I'm like, it's not that.
I mean, they're big bald guys, whatever.
Yeah. He had a woven living wooden armor. And one of the members here, who seems to be kind of in charge, is wearing it, kind of points with a long, kind of hooked spear looking thing, and yells in Elvish, "Kill them at once."
Rude. Can I gust more smoke down at them?
Sure. But then let's roll initiative.
I don't care what they're saying, they're dead.
Oh, no.
16.
Do you want to use a tray?
Sure. Yeah.
5.
What do we have from George and Jake?
13?
13 from George, 13 for Frisbee.
20 for me.
I had 16.
You had a 16. You had a 5 for
I
Tara.
had 5.
All right, Arthlos, you're up first.
All right, where are they at?
They
How far
are
away?
relatively clustered together within 20 feet of each other, roughly 40 feet from you.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Are we all in the same spot?
You're in a large area. There is a archway leading the way you came, which is downwards.
They came from the
They came
forwards
from
way.
forwards way. There are no other doors, large area. A couple of upgrown seats, kind of Jedi Council looking things around the dais. Where the Myconid is, the Myconid Sovereign.
Okay, and then the party. Are we all?
You're all a little spread out around the dais.
And what am I looking at? Do there any look like casters or?
3 of them have bows. You don't see, off of your passive perception, you don't think any of them are casters.
Longbow, appears in hand.
Okay.
All right, I will attempt to shoot one in the face. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
15 damage.
Excellent.
Magical piercing.
Yeah, he goes down.
I will aim at another. That is a nat 20.
Yeah, let's go.
Which is unfortunate that, he's a chump and he's going to die regardless. But 21 damage.
21 damage on another one because the first one's dead.
Yeah, another archer. Yeah.
Right. And he's dead.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
Attack. They're all gonna be dead before I go.
Yeah.
Yes, that will be.
You're up.
Oh.
So there's only 2 left.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
And one of them has living armor.
the main guy and then a dumb archer.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you don't know what his intelligence modifier is.
I went to elf college, okay?
And they're like 40 feet away.
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna run up towards the main guy
Mm-hmm.
and pull the Nothic eyeball out of my backpack and shove it in his face.
Okay. He staggers backwards, but you don't see an effect. He like fights.
Damn.
He does kind of fight off like a revulsion, but he seems to handle it relatively well.
Okay. What are you counting that as part of my turn?
An action.
Full action?
Yeah.
Okay. Bonus action,
Okay.
Nature's Veil.
Okay.
I just fully turn invisible until the start of my next turn.
Are you in the smoke?
Okay, let's. How far away did I have to get to do the eye thing?
Well, you wanted to shove it in his face, so you wanted to close distance, so at least 5 feet. He's backed away. Well, I guess he would do that on his turn. He hasn't backed away. So before you was the smoke. You're not in the smoke.
Okay. Yeah, so I would be he was 40 feet away from me, but then I used all of my movement speed to get 5 feet away from him.
Okay. You turn invisible.
I just turn invisible and stand there, and Albert, I'm gonna say, is 5 feet behind me.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Fizbin.
Elven scum. As I'm walking within like the position myself for that lightning bolt for the 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming I can do that a lot easier now with only 2 of them.
Yeah.
So yeah. Meet the largest thorn of House Toil, which is really hilarious because he's part of House Thorn, and shoots a lightning bolt. So I need a dexterity 15 saving throw.
Oh, they both fail. They
Awesome.
both fail.
And it's just the people in that line, right?
It's a line, so 5 feet. So you're
Yeah.
good. You're good.
Cool.
It might have been a little harder with all 4 of them, but
Rolled a 2 and a 4.
well, good news. I rolled a lot of 1s, so yeah.
Hey, 16 ones and that one guy's dead. So
Well, we're gonna
It's gonna
go.
stank if you give it enough.
We're gonna go with 7 lightning damage.
7.
Ooh,
Yeah,
it's a fun number for such a high spell.
it was not a spell. It was my breath weapon.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Mm. He was a fire in his laser. All right.
I guess it's a good thing I turned invisible then.
Shoots twice at the Mycenid.
Oh.
1 hit. 12 damage to the Mycenid Sovereign. Fizbin, you're up. Oh, no. Sorry. Tara, you're up.
Yay!
I can see the confusion. Makes sense.
What's up, bud?
Can you charm elves?
They have advantage against it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll save it.
I'm gonna move to be like 30 feet away. And then I want to flavor text this. I'm gonna summon my Thorn Whip,
Okay.
but I want to summon it higher up so that it catches the end on fire and then
Okay, so
Thorn
you
Whip
like
it at the person.
uncoil it right into
Yeah.
the fire, and then you just kind of side whip it at somebody.
It's a 12 to hit.
12 hits the archer.
Cool.
Which one did you say you were swinging at?
I didn't, but
Say
the
the
archer.
She said the archer. I heard it.
6,
God damn, that's brutal. Just
6, 5, 4. That's 50.
15.
15.
Dead.
Whoa. Okay. I'm good.
All right. It is the captain's turn. He's gonna knock on his armor, and at disadvantage, the armor's gonna spring outwards to where you were last, and try to just latch onto you. Sorry, what's your AC?
My AC is 16.
16. It does not hit. So he, but this almost venom / spider legsy thing just onto the ground and starts scraping around looking for you.
Is that a plant base?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's the living
Okay.
armor.
Sure.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah, but it's made of plant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tough talk for something that's made out of plants.
After stabbing your general direction and missing you entirely, he hurls his spear at Fizbin with a crit fail.
Excellent.
With an absolute failure of a moment. It just kind of just scrapes off and kind of clatters to the ground, snapping in half. Also writhing, it stops writhing as it snaps in half. Arthlos, you're up.
All right, just one
Has
left.
completely disarmed himself.
Sorry, not enough power on your
His
mitochondria.
armor snapped in half.
No, his spear that he threw, which you crit failed off, which is also a living plant thing. Not anymore.
Fragile living plant thing. How far away is this guy? Has he moved up?
He is not.
So I'm just gonna fire.
Not to mention you have good dodge.
And do you really-
have the reaction to get the beams out of the way, don't you? Oh no, you're not a rogue.
No, I
If he got out of the way of his breath weapon, he's not gonna be in the way of my arrow.
Okay.
Which I will fire.
Fizbin moved to the side to not hit me. Well, specifically to hit all of them at the same time, but to not
The
hit
only-
me.
Then I'll sidestep to the best of my ability of where you may or may not be.
Shoot your shot.
30 to hit.
Oh yeah. You beat him. You
For
dome
sure.
the man.
12 damage.
12 damage.
Magical piercing.
Okay.
And I will attack again. 27 to hit.
27 hits.
13 damage.
How would you like to do that?
Just like rapid fire, just pull through the mouth and just
Just crumples over backwards. The
Really?
flames begin licking him up. All right, that's combat.
Yay! Yes.
What's everyone doing?
I think we need to get moving.
What's that armor doing now?
Oh, that's a good idea.
It has kind of become non-aggressive and is just kind of sitting there, doing a ripple, kind of almost jittery, and moving about.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Plants.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say, hey buddy.
Identity. It almost, once you begin being able to speak to it, it seems to like center itself and it falls a little more still.
Hmm.
And it seems to have been like when its host died, it seemed to almost lose consciousness in some way, shape, or form, and branching into this consciousness again has given it the anchor it needs to like suddenly become more cohesive.
Okay, so it just said identity to me.
That was basically. It said a bunch of things like that. Some words meaning sunrise. You know what I mean? It just kind of wigged out for a quick bit, and now it's much more able to communicate.
Okay. So now I can understand it. It's back to normal now. Got it. Okay. I'm Mentiroso, King of the Swamp.
What is a king?
It's a really good question. I didn't actually pay attention in school.
Can I wear you?
Oh.
I was thinking the other way around, but like if that, I guess from your perspective,
It just begins crawling up and around you.
interesting.
Did you already have armor on?
I was wearing studded.
Yeah, you don't. It
It undresses you?
it takes off your armor.
Oh my goodness.
And you see,
I don't think I was
acidic-
wearing pants. So I take those off a lot. But
You see acidic burns begin enveloping around the armor. What little pieces it does keep on there, like certain buckles and stuff like that. And that transition hurts, but then once it's fully like encased around you,
That's cool.
Oh no!
Armor required.
What was your AC? 15?
it was without armor. It was 14.
What was it with armor?
With the studded, it was 16.
16. You have an AC of 18.
What's the?
I feel like it should have taken you to dinner first, but like
It really
whatever.
should have.
If
At least it
someone
asked for
strikes
consent.
you,
Mhm.
and it turns invisible.
I mean, it did. It did.
Um,
Well, everything.
Yeah.
Everything I touch.
Yeah. So
But it's
no
only
one
for
else
6
really got to
seconds,
see this
so.
process aside from maybe whoever's still linked in with the mics. It's
We just see it crawl
But,
and then
uh,
disappear. And we're like,
And then just me
There's a
out
bunch
loud
of
go,
noises.
that's an interesting sensation.
and armor's appearing and falling off.
Is there a name for this that I can look up?
No, this is homebrew.
Okay.
You can override your AC, I think.
What's everyone else doing?
Okay.
Guess
what
I'll
are
go
the
raise Boyo,
Okay, you want to do that to Boyo? Which Boyo?
the one that,
The torturer?
yeah, the one that decapitated.
Okay, yeah. Before you appears a floating head. The rest of him is there. It's just all deformed and abstract and kind of hard to see. But the head is clearly in vision of the specter.
How's it hanging?
Oh, good. We get to do this again.
Rake and bile. This is entirely unpleasant.
Good. So where is Sovas?
Sovas is above. He bickers with Makuta. They take 1 hour out of their day to have their disputes. This is during that time.
That's a healthy relationship, I think.
Scheduled arguments.
What do these keys go to? Which ones do we need to get to Sovas?
9 prisoners. And the lifeblood. The little shroomy boys. The veins of this tree are accessible.
Everyone hears this?
I think so.
Boss?
Pretty sure he's just answering my questions.
That or Fizban's just still completely out of the loop.
Yeah, I think it's physically saying these things. So
Yeah,
you can hear
okay.
it.
Okay.
Does he know where the keyholes are?
Does he have one more question? Or is that...
It's just I get it until the end of until
That's
I long
right,
rest.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's right, thank you. Ask away.
Where are the keyholes at? How do we free the prisoners?
Most of the prisoners are kept in the roots, says the dungeon, but
And he indicates the strange wooden key.
this you can use in any knot you find in the wood. And you will find an artery, as it were.
I'm sorry, any what in the wood?
No.
Not.
Looks around like, who said that?
Okay, so
Floating head is confused.
I'm sorry, you cannot use it in the wood
No, you said
No,
in a knot.
not.
like a monkey's fist?
When you find a knot, you cannot not use the key to open it.
Right.
Okay, I cannot
Exactly.
not.
Oh god.
Use the
Knot.
knot key. Knot key in the knot.
To unknot the knot.
Unknot the prisoners hiding in the knot.
I asked my
Yes.
armor if the armor knows what this means.
I know not.
No response.
No.
Albert?
Alright.
You know what? You guys keep the keys.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah.
Your mummer's parade of
right.
crazy.
Halfway through that last sentence, I turned invisible.
Okay.
All right, so here's what I'm concerned about, because he keeps referring to the trees and to this area as arteries. I don't know anything about plants, but I've never referred to various parts of a tree as an artery.
Oh, then you don't want to know what they refer to flower parts as.
What do they refer to flower parts as?
We'll talk about that when you're older.
Regardless, you do spy a knot in the wood nearby that is unburnt. And while you're kind of seeing that, you can see it almost pulsates.
Is that normal, Tara?
This tree is a mutated animal now.
It's abnormal, if anything.
I'll echo the question to Ghost Boyo. Whether or not the pulsating is normal.
I think that's just where we can use the key.
The tree lives. This is normal.
Do the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going over and you're plugging the key into the artery.
I have the keys, and I'm very concerned about this.
Okay,
I'll do it.
It's okay.
What happens when we put the key in the artery? This is for the prisoners, right? I'm asking the ghost.
This is how you access the jelly that we have made of the myconids.
What do you use the jelly?
Wait, the myconids are jelly now?
They have all been changed.
Oh no.
Can we ask the big myconid?
Do you all have to be
The
awful?
big myconid is still very much
Apparently.
mourning the death of
Yeah.
his entire people.
What did they change into?
Jelly?
Jelly.
You want to find out?
Use the key.
That's. Oh boy.
What were
boy.
these changed myconids intended use for?
So the boosting the myconids' power so that Makuta could reach out to you guys like when he did when you entered the swamp, but also keeping up that aura of defense around the tree. That's now gone because the myconid sovereign has dropped it. Because he was not acting of his own free will.
Right, but the myconids being turned to jelly, what was
That's
that?
directly correlated, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So
that just
life
amplified
force
his
of this
power?
tree is myconid paste, essentially. Yeah,
It's fossil fuels.
We love that.
it's very dark and twisted.
Huh.
Gross.
All right.
So are there no myconids here to save?
There's the sovereign. There might be a few somewhere. You're not sure. But as for the lion chair, no. Maybe you can try something. I'm not sure. But the DM doesn't have any ideas how you can do that. But I wouldn't be surprised if you guys came up with something. Is what I'm saying.
Just playing with the jelly and molding it into like, look,
Yeah,
it's
make
fine.
something
It's
fine.
fine.
a snowman.
Is jelly all they can transform? They can turn things into?
No. They've taken these mushroom folk and they've brutalized them and changed them.
So they're
And
still sentient. They're not dead. They're sentient.
Yeah.
They can be used for
that's safe
evil
to say,
purposes.
Yeah, that's safe to say. They still work as what the form and function of what's happening here. So I'm gonna say yes.
And I guess asking out of character, is this information, can this information be tied to the experiments that we knew that Sovas was doing with people?
You've never, or Crichton ever would have seen something this advanced.
Mm-hmm.
The tree that you first saw Sovas in was probably his first attempts at this, and now he seems to have found a lot of new information. And now there's 5 of these things wandering around the swamp.
Okay.
But this is the one that's the only one that's not moving anywhere because of the waystone. It's wrapped around it so that Makuta can get his grubby.
Do they all have the same myconid protection, or is it just this one?
Just this one.
Okay.
Fizbin is all the concerned now, but for right now, he'll put the key in the knot.
Okay. You put the key in the knot kind of recedes, and this flowing white, almost toothpaste jelly just kind of begins pouring out.
Can I take like a jar or anything to like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you take a bunch of it and you kind of store it up.
It's plant matter, right?
It's mushroom based.
What does it smell like?
Smells like mushrooms and acids.
So I would like to speak to
Almost
the
like cleaning
toothpaste.
Okay.
And I say,
You open your mind to it somehow. How are you doing
I have to
that?
speak with plants.
Okay.
It's active for 10 minutes.
Okay. Screaming.
Like in agony?
Yeah, and a lot of voices.
Checks out.
Can I make any of them out?
Yeah, you hear many.
Okay. Can I like? So it's just a lot of different
Make
screaming
a
voices.
performance check to try to communicate with this thing that has basically gone insane.
I've given up on
He's
rolling
gonna
with the
try
computer.
tasting it. I wanted to try tasting it.
19.
Oh, okay. Okay. What are you saying to it? It continues to scream, but what are you saying?
Hey, buddy.
Okay.
Strong start.
You doing all right?
And me.
Oh.
Unmake me, please.
Okay, I would like to do that. So if you could give me like a step by step.
What do you need?
Break.
Break.
The Myconid
Please.
sovereign reaches out, retaking over control of it all.
Okay.
And it pains him. You can hear the morning music in its mind, and it calms all of them.
Okay, so step 1 is break. I just look over the big one. I go, thanks for the looks.
Please let it be.
2 is let it be.
Let it sleep.
What is
3
Menti
let it
doing?
sleep. He said, look,
He's talking to the.
Step.
give me a second, guys. I have a
You
checklist.
can speak with me, please. What is it that you need?
Is that the big one?
Yeah.
And
It's
to
slowly
everybody?
making its little 5-foot way movement speed into your midst. Just kind of.
All right, so I was talking to the other, the toothpaste, and he was saying, end me, and I was like, okay, how? And so he said, break, please. And then I didn't even write down the rest of it. I was trying to get a checklist.
You're saying even this sludge has sentience.
It has a.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Oh no.
When you've lived in the swamp long enough, you can pretty much talk to anything.
Menti, what else can you talk to with speak with plants?
Plants?
Have you tried talking to the tree?
Yeah, I did that actually last time.
And he.
What
and
happened?
It's if I remember correctly, its mind moves so slowly that it didn't perceive him.
It didn't even like, acknowledge him as a
It would have heard
presence.
was just. And
was very
that could have been
humbling.
like a 3-hour movie. Just-
All right. Maybe we can talk about my
Also
theories
see-
later. What are we doing right now?
So, list of things I've spoken to with Speak with Plants. Plant.
What do we do now? What is the party up to?
Yeah, what do we do?
I
I have a theory, but I don't want to discuss it while we're on fire.
No, yes, you can keep doing.
I have completely ignored all of the fire. I do not notice anything is on fire.
This is fine.
Okay, so
I forgot everything is on fire.
They
Put out some
say-
of it.
Okay, you want to put out the rest of it?
Sure, I'll put out the rest
Okay,
of
you
it.
can put out the rest of it.
I'm just
Okay.
picturing the three of them behind me, like chaotically trying to
So
douse
take
the
another
flames,
spell slot.
and I'm just sitting here. All right,
Unless
so
you make a nature check, or sorry, a survival check. You could do it manually.
19.
Yeah, you put out the fire without having to
Awesome.
do any magic.
you just ask it, please.
Please.
Stop it!
If there are any that are around that are like small campfire sized, I'll just be putting those out with prestidigitation.
Okay. Just.
At some point, I produce flame and just toss it blindly behind me.
I whack it with my woodland staff and put it out. Staff.
I'm just
You don't hear any more yelling from within the tree.
Guys, we gotta go find Sovas. He's up. Having an argument hour.
I'm talking to the toothpaste.
What do you do? What do you do next?
I was trying to ask it what it wants me to do next.
Yeah.
'Cause I was like-
the Myconid Sovereign is more like, hey, talk to me.
Okay.
I'm putting them essentially into a sleeping stasis.
Oh. Okay.
I did a poor job communicating that.
Yeah, I had no idea what was
Sorry.
going on.
I meant to get around to that part.
I just announced to the rest of the party. So, the toothpaste is asleep.
That's good.
Was there like something else we were trying to do with it? Or...
If it's sleeping, let's move on. Like he's got it under
Yeah.
control. Let's go take out Sovas.
Cool.
Let's go get Sovas.
5 feet movement speed.
How heavy is the giant myconid?
You trying to pick it up?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Make a strength check.
No.
As the
That would have Albert do it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's much stronger than me.
Okay. Albert, make a strength check.
Can I help?
Yeah. What's everyone else doing?
Contemplating.
I'm gonna
Being
see if I can
careful.
get like accurate directions to Sovas from Ghosty Boy.
Sure.
Yeah.
There are 3 rooms ahead of you. You can get there pretty quickly,
That's better.
but they'll also be there together, which is potentially the most dangerous.
Right.
So play that out how you want to play that out.
17.
What is like the guard rounds and how populated will these rooms be leading up to it, and what is their stations?
There is a creature outside of the door that stays with Makuta at all times. They don't. The ghost does not know what the creature is, but the specter is frightened of it. It came from the tree. It was wrought out of the tree. He even goes as far as to use terms like investiture.
Oh.
That's a big word for Elmo.
That's an important word.
That's a big word for Elmo.
Definitely listen in on any Worcestershire stuff.
17 on the Albert strength.
I
check,
can't
but-
say investiture.
Yeah, you guys managed to kind of
Worcestershire monster.
tie itself on top of itself with its various flappy bits. And it grips onto Albert, and Albert's scurrying around with a medium-sized fluffy mushroom thing.
Aw.
It's a weird parasect-looking creature.
Yeah.
Should we be bringing that to where we're going? Because where we're going is dangerous, and Flump and Myconid got blown up in a single instant,
Anyone
which
gonna
I'm
use
still
Slot
very
save
torn
them?
up about.
Oh,
Actually-
Flump's gone.
So if we bring him into a
No,
battle
that was
royale
Verdes.
with
That was
Sovas and
Verdes.
Makuta, there's a very good chance that he'll just go.
That was Brady.
That what?
I cure wounds.
What was Brady?
The healer.
I'm
Oh,
the
yeah.
cleric.
Yeah, I
mean,
got a
That's true. You
cleric.
got Revivify in the pocket.
I don't know if I have Revivify only lasts for anything that died within the
That's
past
okay,
minute.
because Bell the Liar has Revivify.
It's within the last minute.
Mm.
Can
But I do have
We can say that-
resurrection.
We can say that.
I have lay of hands. It's fine.
Can I?
I don't even think I have
keep
Revivify set up.
Paste.
You can do it through Bell.
And can I cast plant growth on the paste?
Yeah, you can do that.
See if I can grow a little mushroom.
Just a bunch of like
I feel like that's what Brady would have done anyway.
singing.
Other seed?
Mhm.
Can I focus it on the full? Can
It's
I
just
go over to
loud
where
in
the
my
knot
head.
is? And can I focus the spell fully on the knot and like send it through wherever the veins and stuff is?
Sure.
Yeah, 150 feet.
That's
So
cool.
150 foot of the veins. I want to focus it purely on the knot and send it through
Okay.
to try and grow all the paste.
Hey, second. Chew on that as I mute those Discord notifications. My apologies.
They're on my computer.
No worries.
I think actually.
A great spiral. If one was standing outside of this tree, they would see this massive spiral just once all the way around on the outside of the tree of these mushrooms, just tons of them, like an 150 foot line.
Oh, cool.
That did not work.
We're gonna take a quick break, gang. Will Beardite back.
Be right back.
We return.
Woo.
Okay. So, what do you guys do?
I think it's time we go up to Sobas.
Do we want to take on Sobos with Makuta there as well, or
Yes.
wait for their?
We could get up there and then see which one walks out first, and then make like a death hall for them to walk out from the building, from the meeting, and then we'll just all be ready.
They are casters.
Also, his beast is out there,
I'm good with animals.
and oh,
So
you are. That's true.
I have
Right.
turned several enemy animals against them.
What does
This
this
is true.
beast look at? I can look at the beast and then transform into the beast. We can get rid of the beast, and then I can be waiting there
And you
for him to come
can
out.
can
We-
ride him to certain death.
Is
Into a
banishment an
giant tree.
option for a beast?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just depends. Like it'll
If it's
come
now
back
on this
since
plane.
it lives here.
Is it
I
from this
have a
plane?
couple
It
thoughts,
was taken out of the tree.
Hmm.
and I'm saying this while rifling through the pockets of the 4 dead people.
Okay.
What did you say while rifling through the pockets?
He's about to say it.
Oh,
So the 2 people upstairs
Mhm.
are the ones that are ruining the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to kill them.
Same.
Yeah.
And I look, y'all are bringing up a beast. I still have like these, and I pull out the darts that had the sleeping poison on the
Mhm.
tips.
Mm.
So
That's a good plan.
let's go kill something.
Quick question: is Danky with you guys? I forgot. No, I don't
No.
think he
No.
is. Okay. Just
probably dipped.
He ran
Okay.
away after I talked to him as Harmony.
Mhm.
The Harmony
And then I turn to the big mushroom and I go, "You want to kill something?
With everything in me.
How can
Vengeance?
we lose?"
Vengeance.
All right. The
Let's do
party
this.
begins making their way up into the next room. Go
I would
ahead.
also like to suggest drinking the long rest potions.
You want to pop
There's
that?
a
Everyone's got one.
I will refrain. I don't need mine yet.
Okay.
No, I don't even.
I did use my 6th level slot.
I saved my slots because I knew we weren't done
Oh.
yet.
I don't
And I
have very
forgot that
many
we had-
slots.
The juice.
I have a
You can drink
lot.
yours.
I know. I'm like looking at my stuff.
How long does it take for that potion to take effect?
You don't know, but with like most potions, it's probably immediate.
I'm gonna hold off on it then.
Yeah.
It's a bonus action to pop a potion in combat. I will bring that up.
That's fine. I'm gonna at least use one of my wild shapes.
Yeah, I have too much bizarre stuff to do during combat to to worry about slots in the
Okay.
middle of it. So yeah, I'm gonna drink mine.
Okay. You pop it. It is ridiculously tangy. Kind of melony, but in that kind of grass taste way.
Interesting.
It warms you completely, and you feel like you just woke up from a great night's sleep. You have all your hit points back in spell slots, or in your case, class features that would reset. on
Yeah,
the long
that's
rest.
mostly what I was looking for.
Let's get stealth checks as we move
Oh,
upwards.
one thing I will do before, I will lay on hands and get myself back up to max HP.
Max HP.
Yep.
Nice. Stealth checks.
Rolling at disadvantage, so
Oh,
that's
right.
a 2.
Same.
I'm gonna give you high fives. You're right there. It's so crazy.
Nat 20.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, I have a +9.
Okay.
So,
So,
it'd be
13.
However,
What's everyone else got real quick? Oh no.
yeah,
Oh, pass without
pass
trace.
without, I was,
Is that up?
I can do it at will. Boop.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Everyone
that, was,
has a 10.
that was an 11 for me.
32.
22.
Silent as the grave. The party continues moving onwards. Were you going to say something?
oh, I was just gonna say, like, the closer we get to these people, the angrier Mentiroso gets.
Okay.
Okay. Because they have ruined everything for
Mhm.
him.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're all getting angry because they've ruined
Yeah.
a lot for all of us.
Freaking zombies.
So, just during this, just walk. I'm gonna use Deft Explorer Tireless twice, which will give me 2d8 plus 6 temporary health points.
Okay.
Wow.
Cool. You guys are also all able to talk to each other in your heads because of the mic nid sovereign. Except
Not me.
Corbin, if he wants to refrain from getting in on the phone call.
Absolutely not. Get out of my head.
16.
Sneak.
I don't know if he
Jeez.
needs it, but I'm just gonna guidance Fizbin for no reason. I just feel like it.
It might be your turn to die.
Really
it
just-
might be you.
I'm just.
Really just reinforcing what I believe. Thank you.
I know you're a cleric and you can do this, but I'm gonna do it for you. Guidance.
He's the only one not in the conversation, so
Are you good to go?
like I don't hear his voice.
Does Albert regain his when I got mine?
I don't think so. Is he?
He's
no,
hurt.
he's
He's-
like. Is he fully real or is he?
Yes, and
Yeah, he's a companion.
Rail.
He's a companion that I get to resummon every time I take a long rest.
So you have that ability back.
This whole
Something to
time,
make sure
Albert's
is-
been imaginary.
Yeah, so
Just
because of
little out
Natasha's
of the
cauldron
pot, G.
effect, it's not like a real companion that I went out and loved on. It was just like a companion that I summoned out
It's a
of
part of your
my
subclass.
will. But Mentiroso is not smart enough to know that. Mentiroso believes Albert is just his brother.
So we're gonna say no.
We're gonna say no.
We're gonna say he does not get a long rest.
Okay.
Okay. Strange open balcony in this room with many almost pew-like seats. And the balcony kind of opens up so you get a wide view of the swamp, and that's where the strong wind was coming from. You do see another passage directly going upwards, very, very close by, like on the other side of where you came in, along the same wall. But you can hear the sliding of almost gravel-like rock shifting, almost like a giant Rubik's Cube. You can hear that, and it's quite loud. And if you see a large shadow on the balcony area, and you imagine if you were to step out in the balcony, you would be able to look up and see the waystone that has been activated and Makuta's been messing with. Or you can continue up these stairs and approach it from a different angle.
But one of us has a climbing speed
This is true.
and claws.
And it's not this guy.
How high up is it?
If you
I
want
guess
to go
that
up the
doesn't
side of the wall, okay. It's like 60 feet high.
60 feet high.
Yeah, 60 foot wall.
I would like to try to stealthily.
Roll stealth. And plus 10. And you just go up to the side of the wall. You
Yeah, it's
just woohoo.
a base 19.
Yeah. Don't crit fail. Okay.
How about a 29?
Yeah, okay, yeah. everyone kind of
Can I
does a double take because he's already on the ceiling. And
Can I-
he's
can I wild shape into what type of cat are you?
A tabaxi.
Or,
like
themed after what?
Oh, Florida Panther.
oh,
I'm gonna transform into. I'm gonna wild shape into
Okay.
a panther.
and you
gonna
go
follow
up
him
after him. Sure. Roll stealth. Plus 10. What's everyone else doing?
Watching carefully.
Watching, yeah, waiting for
19.
something to go wrong.
The two of you get up to the lip of the opening, and you can see the monolith, this massive stone waystone. You can't see like the side of it because this thing is monstrously large, but you hear an argument.
We can't see them.
You can't see them. If you were to climb over the lip, you imagine you'd be right in there with them, though.
Can we hear what they're arguing
Yes.
about?
At first, it's in Druidic.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. And they seem to still have a hard time understanding each other. It seems that one is profoundly older than the other, the elder being Makuta. And eventually, in common, Makuta growls back,
You do not understand. The era of the dragon is reborn. What happens on this island is important, but not as important as the return of the dragons. You will continue your work, as we have agreed, of course. I still am uncomfortable with your manipulations of investiture. These are not realms we mortals were meant to delve through. Continue your work, Dragonbone. It will all be over soon on this island. I think you are wrong. I want to get off this rock. And I have the key and the means.
you hear a violent shake as the monolith shifts within itself. Perception checks from you guys.
Was it a 5?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that'd be an 18 for me.
Okay.
Nat 1.
Nice. One of the few scripts you've ever seen that you haven't been able to understand, which is hilarious because you don't do society.
Right?
And so you have a baffling moment where it's almost like this giant rock has 3 dimensions of writing flowing scripts within it, and he's pulling that out and exposing new sentences and reshaping them and moving them around. This is something the party would never have been able to foresee or predict because they didn't know they could function like this. What Makuta has access to knowledge-wise is ancient.
What is he doing? He's just kind of like,
He's shifting, and he's moving, and every now and then there's a faint glow from the monolith, and then he seems to he keeps shifting and keep moving around like he's searching for some kind of combination of an answer that he wants, but isn't necessarily getting.
mentally. 'Cause none of that conversation meant anything to me.
Jake, make a perception check for me real quick.
Since we're still connected, mechanic-wise, I'm just gonna say, he's distracted. Let's kill him.
Okay.
Is there any way that I can look in and watch his movements, see what he's doing to?
What'd you get on that stealth check?
I got-
19.
19.
Well, plus, yes.
Very high.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
19.
You'll do a little snoop boop.
My ears flatten.
Yeah.
So it's just.
Just
23 on that
And,
perception.
let's say again.
23 on that perception.
23. Okay. Almost like Han Solo in the Carbonite.
Yep.
Carbonite, thank you. You're kind of going along the wall and you see the impression in the wall. There's no person there, but all of these wood-like, veiny, tenderly bits look like they're ready to receive if someone was put into it. You see scrubbed away blood smears. And what you see is worse.
Oh.
You come over the lip. So that's what Jake sees.
That he's still down on the ground, 60
Mhm.
feet below.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's what Jake sees.
I
You
will
see is the
I will
person that
alert
was in it. Go ahead.
when I see that I'll alert Fizbin to it and
Okay.
point it out.
What you see is a vast, stretched face on the back wall of this elegant room that Makuta and Sovas are arguing in. It's Otto.
What?
You don't know who that is.
That's correct.
It's
Otto-
what?
It's
Otto.
Otto. His face stretched horrifically on a back wall. It's now made of wood.
Can I send that image mentally to everyone?
Everyone but Fizbin.
Guys, this isn't good. It's just sad cat. We really need to kill these guys.
They got Fizbin. Or Fizbin, they got Otto.
Oh,
Otto, remember? His face is in the tree up there.
still with my very low intelligence. Oh, I think yeah, that's right. I vaguely remember him. What do you mean they got him?
I best describe as best I can what she sent through the mental link.
Oh. Oh, then my theories are
Slowly
absolutely
turning
correct.
10%.
Does real quick, does the image that she sent correlate to what?
It's the tree. Otto is the tree now.
Otto is the tree.
Otto.
Okay, so it's different than what I'm seeing down here that could be capture
This
a
looks
person.
like something that was continued, a new horror. You don't know what yet.
Yeah, so all of my theories are absolutely correct then.
Your theories.
Yeah, enlighten us.
That was my theory, was that the experiments that were going on, that the people that were being turned into plant creatures could be turned into more than just creatures. They could be turned into other things. And the tree was, because it didn't make sense that there was a tree in a cave, and now we're also in an area where this random tree is sprouted. It would make sense that the experiments had come from a person.
Mm-hmm. So, because who's reading the monolith thing?
That would be Makuta.
Right.
And he stands just before the monolith.
Yeah, I
And
want
he's
to
got
see
this
if I
warping
can.
green energy over
I
his
want to see if
shoulders.
I can study what type of magic it is, or what his movements, or to see if I can later do it.
Okay,
because
make
he's
an
druid, I'm a
Arcana
druid.
check.
Make a what?
Make an Arcana check. That is a 5.
A 5. 7.
7. It's transmutation.
Transmutation. Okay.
Makuta continues, or Sovas continues. The discoveries we have uncovered will serve my elven masters. Will
I care not for your elven masters. I know.
And then there's some silence.
I'm relaying the whole conversation down to Thranduin.
Who is then relaying it to Fizbin.
This would be a lot easier if you would just accept the mental link.
Okay. I tell them to start walking up the stairs
Okay.
because I'm gonna start shooting.
So they have their position. You guys moving up?
By the way, is this like a ledge outside of a doorway
You're
that
on
we're
top
underneath?
of a ceiling. There's a lip, and if you were to look around the lip like she is, you would see the next room above, which is also just a balcony.
Okay, so they're not like encased in anything. They're
No,
like
it's another
free-
balcony. It's in the waystone. The monolith is floating in the air. These two almost arm-like protrusions of the tree are around the monolith, not holding onto it, but just ensconced around it a bit. It's floating there.
It's doing
between the two
more
things.
gravity magic.
Okay, so there's no walls or roof above those two. It's just the
There
floating-
is walls and a roof, but they are at the edge. They are at the lip of the opening.
So like right.
Yeah, Makuda's like right there. Sovas is more inside.
Assassin's Creed him.
Do it.
Let's jump to these two. So what do you guys do?
I guess
You're gonna catch a body that we.
if we're gonna do combat, we better be there. So I'll just start sneaking up.
Okay, so you go up the traditional way up the stairs, up the ramping way, the two of you.
I vote we kill Sovas first.
You enter into a second room. It's dark. It's empty. It looks like you realize it's almost exactly the same surgeon room that you saw in Sovas's original tree, where they have all these coffin-like beds where they've got people in, mostly turned to stone. And then there is a spiral staircase going upwards to a big, vast double door, which is assumedly, that you know from the Spectre being the door you need to go through to get to Sovas and Makuda.
You could try knocking.
Do it.
With my foot.
We also
Maybe on
have a
brand.
The has
giant.
been knock.
We also have a giant key ring full of keys.
You also don't
I-
see a beast anywhere.
Good,
Where's their beast?
You
but
guys
also
Tell
bad.
us mentally that you're at the door.
Hey, we're at the door.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're killing all the fun.
Also, there's no beast, so
Oh.
Oh,
good for now, but possibly bad later.
Okay.
Have I seen the beast?
You haven't.
Hold on, what is Makuda?
He is a dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
See, red,
And
green.
his fingernails are all overgrown and green and
Right,
all
right,
Green.
linked and
right,
entwined
right.
together as they twitch and
All I've heard is that he's a race that can be put to sleep. And he happens to be standing right above me.
Do it.
Yes.
You can try.
He didn't even get to roll for his. Like, if you change the rules now, DM.
There are many different ways to get around that, but you don't know if he has any.
I have multiple darts.
So I guess if we go in this door, will we immediately will they notice us immediately, or can we sneak in, or how does
I
this?
mean, not if I.
From what you're hearing from the other two, you can attempt to sneak in, but you don't know if the door is trapped. Yeah, you can make the attempt.
Also, pass without trace do we have to be near, or is it just a?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I mean, I have mentally just the vibe you're getting from me is we are well past without trace
Past
territory.
self-time.
So kick in the door is what we're saying.
But if it's trapped, it would be better to use a key.
I mean,
Can I see if there's any traps from this side?
Make a perception check.
It's my
Also, the longer
Cat
you keep your
eyes.
eyes out there, the longer the risk of being seen.
Well,
Also, I'll
Panther
also
perception.
check for
Oh,
traps from this side.
Okay. I'm just gonna put on.
I'm not even helping. I'm just want to kick in the door at this point.
That's nice of you to not help. I appreciate that.
Hey, I'm the one risking getting kicked in.
I'm preparing.
You don't perceive a trap.
I don't see a trap, guys.
11.
You don't see a trap.
I have keen smell.
Don't look at me like
I
that.
suppose
I'm not. I'm just
Suppose I'll
ready to
open
do-
the door and just walk in Yoda style.
Do as you will.
Ready. You'll hear the.
So you just reach for the knob, or you kicking it in?
We've got does it got a keyhole?
Yeah.
Okay, hold
Let's
on.
try.
Because I have some pre-fight things that I want to establish. Y'all will hear when it's time to bust that door in.
That's fine. Well, I'm gonna try a key, see if it.
How far away are they from the door?
Oh yeah, that's a good read.
Okay.
We're on the other side. I don't know how far they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, how big is this?
It's about 100-foot room,
Okay,
square.
yeah. Makuta is.
Makuta is way up by the edge.
Yeah, he is.
Sovas is about dead center of the room, all the way to the left, before essentially the face of Otto, where he seems to be casually talking over his shoulder while looking.
Someone's face.
He has a staff in hand.
So it will
he's
take a
at
turn or
50
two to
feet.
get up to them once we start. So the closer we can get before, the better.
It's true.
So it's not just a dead turn of us doing nothing.
Or we can try to get them to come to us.
I mean, there is that fun thing in the wall if we can just get them to chase us.
Whoa.
Do us a shove.
I mean, well, if I throw Makuta's sleeping body, down onto the floor 60 feet below, y'all could just carry him and gently lay him inside.
This is like a back to tank, right? For sure. Just
Do we want to split this? The two of you take Makuta and we'll take Sovas? Is that what we're gonna do?
Oh gosh.
Split the party, but also splitting the BBEGs.
That's true.
Risky.
We got a healer on both sides.
I was gonna say, yeah, I mean,
That's true.
we got heals.
I have a lot of things up my sleeve.
I got so many sleeves, bro.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take that long rest potion.
He's like, you know what?
I want my 6th level spell.
Just pick them
I
both
mean,
up.
my 6th level spell is heal, so yes.
Yes, that's fair. Yeah, for sure.
You guys also have the Myconid Sovereign and Albert with you.
Albert is on the floor below.
He didn't follow them in,
He would have stayed under you.
unless I told him not to.
You did not specify.
That's true.
Okay, well, I would like to have Albert and the
Okay.
mushroom there.
Okay. All right. He goes up and around.
Thranduin.
I mean, he would just
His
take the
vent.
dodge action,
Okay.
but he has the Myconid on his back. So.
Protect the mic and it.
We have been stealthily walking around this for far too long. Sovas is strong, but do you believe that we, as servants of the Stormfather, can defeat this evil, elven-wielding monster?
Hang on. I have a particular response, and it just depends on how much damage this weapon does. I'll just summon my sword.
Okay.
And
I take that as a yes.
shield, sword, and just kind of tap them,
Okay, I'm using.
kick it down.
Tell them to deal with Makuta.
Throw 3d6 times 10 feet away.
Kudos all yours, guys.
Okay.
Random direction.
He says Makuda's all yours.
Okay.
Okay.
We give a prayer to the Stormfather.
We'll give you a distraction, and then we'll kick down the door.
Boom.
I have
Strength check.
rune.
Helping.
Giant's
I'm
Might.
also.
You're doing that?
Oh yeah.
You're doing that
But I'm
now?
growing downward, so I
Okay.
haven't come over the lip yet.
Okay.
20 strength check.
20 strength check. Roll initiative.
Yay.
Can we make a surprise round or
I
no?
can do my. It
What's
was
that?
gonna be a surprise round, but y'all kicked down a door before I could do anything. When the guy stands right on the lip.
11.
That was so he would turn towards the door, so he's totally unaware of you guys.
Gonna be invisible.
18.
Get out of here.
You just re-rolled my dice. I was like, excuse me. Okay, 18 from who?
Me.
I got a 6.
11.
But at least I got
13.
to cast one of the things that I wanted before the battle.
Sorry, I'm too chaotic.
I mean, I was trying to be the chaotic one.
I know.
The dialogue shifted to you guys first.
I mean, technically, they don't know you're there.
Anything, a bunch of
Technically, they still don't.
Yeah, like, so you guys can still technically not be in combat because they don't know you're there.
This is
I'm
true.
ready.
I mean, if you're letting me not roll initiative yet, because nobody knows that we're in the battle.
Well, what it is?
I mean, you'd be in the
you're
initiative
you're
order.
in combat, but you're hit.
Right. I'm just like the
Yeah. So
the way that I have to cast my spells
the
now
turn
is-
base just wouldn't you can't but be outside of turn base if that makes any sense.
right. Okay. I'm just like I have to rethink how I have to cast my spells.
Okay. So Makuta turns his back to the two of you and goes,
I warned you. I warned you.
and you watch as he growls a spell. A barrier wall of force comes around him and the monolith, but not under the monolith. So he puts up a wall around him and the monolith, perceiving the two of them, a wall of force, like a barrier. But you guys are within that because you're under him.
Nice. Nice.
Whoops.
We are outside of it now.
Yeah, so
Correct.
he
but
just
Sovas
solidified
is
the,
too.
us versus Sovas that like,
Yeah.
Sovas
In a
can't
way
get
to
help.
protect himself and the waystone because he's only got so many feet he can work with, and to include the monolith, he can't just make a big old sphere. So that's Makuta. Arthlos, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna, how far away is he?
From you,
Yeah,
50 feet.
50 feet, okay.
You're going
I will move
hold your action.
the 50 feet in, or 30 feet, excuse me. I'll move 30 feet, my speed. And I will cast Hexblade's Curse on him.
He's gonna absorb it.
Hmm?
He has a staff of the Magi.
It's not a spell.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
That's just my
He
warlock
goes to
feature.
absorb it, and he does not absorb it. And he does not look happy about that at all.
Try Eldritch Blast. Range spell attack.
Okay.
23.
Yeah, that hits.
That is 3d10. 22. Force damage.
All right. Is it your turn?
Yep. So I run in, like point, cast the curse, and then just without moving the sword, just 3 blasts, just
Okay.
fire at the end of it.
Excellent. Fizbin, you're up.
How far away is he?
50 feet.
He will make his movement 30 up, and with a growl, just as an action, turn into the storm avatar.
Okay.
His body doesn't. I don't be. Yep, just lightning, just light through, and just like the eyes, kind of Raiden-esque, but also like, what did I say it was? It was like the creature from StarCraft,
Yeah.
the Archon from StarCraft,
Yeah,
basically, kind of like that, just lightning everywhere and all that. And then just points at him, and the truth of the Stormfather is thus, and then just a lightning bolt. So we need a DC 15 Dex saving throw.
Ooh. On Sovas?
Yep.
Yeah, it's bad. It's going to be a 4.
Okay.
He's like, Wait.
So 17 lightning damage.
17 lightning damage. Sehr gut. All right. Is it your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm hovering slightly over the ground.
The two of you, like, have to close your eyes as this massive sunbeam, Sovas just makes this kind of circular motion, and right over his shoulder, this sunbeam goes for Fizbin.
Oh no.
It is bright as all get up. You need a con save. 5 foot wide, 60 foot long.
19.
Radiant damage and then blinded until next turn.
19. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I'm
good.
guessing
You
half
take
damage.
Half the damage, but you are
Yeah.
still blinded.
I'm still blinded.
Yes.
Oh no.
Correction, you're not blinded.
Oh,
I say usually when you succeed, yeah.
No, yeah, Bobby.
That might be-
Take half of 27 damage, radiant. And you are
Half
not
of 27?
blinded. Yeah, 14 damage, radiant. Sunlight, specifically. That makes it Terra's turn.
Yay. I am going to pop into my human form. And I'm going to ready Grasping Vine.
Grasping
and
Vine.
I'm going to hold my action until Menti can stab him with the sleeping dart.
Okay, cool. Cool.
And I'll
All right.
go as soon as he does.
Minty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm climbing over and stabbing him directly into the leg with the dart.
Okay, you just clamber up real fast, stick it in there, roll the hit. Yes,
Well, the
absolutely.
29 on the first roll, nat 20 on the second roll.
Oh! Double dip.
That is glorious. He has a moment where he just looks down and then go ahead and roll your attack damage as well.
I guess,
Think of it
yeah.
like it's what, a throwing
It's
needle?
2d4 plus 4.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's because it was a crit. So
Roll the
8 damage total
Did you roll?
on the thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then as he's stabbing with it and he starts to fall, I use Grasping Vine to pull him
Off the ledge.
off the
You
ledge.
just- and Sovas, sorry, kicked somebody. I keep kicking, I think you.
It's my slippers, actually.
Okay. Sovas like looks in horror over his shoulder at what had just happened and seeing the barrier still up. No, is it concentration based?
Yeah, it's concentration to drop.
Okay, it does go down.
Flickers.
You carry him down pseudopod style.
Oh, I yanked
And
him
you're
down.
just
in your,
gonna
so he
yank
in your
falls
hammock
flat.
of vines and stuff like yeah.
No, you just chuck him off the 60-foot
Oh, just
cliff.
right over.
No,
Yeah.
I just wanted to check
I didn't
him
see
out.
that.
Yeet. We're going to yeet him off the cliff.
Yeah, I Grasping Vine him.
Just Skyrim ragdoll physics. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of that fall damage. I don't know what fall damage is, but however
Mhm.
much it is.
you're
Whatever
very
this
high
was,
up. You
60
don't
feet.
see him land.
Can we hear him land?
Check.
What
He's
what is he
asleep.
You're
wearing?
very
So-
high up. Is the issue? You're gonna lose sight of him. Is what I'm saying.
Well, but how much damage?
I
does he
have
take?
cat eyes
You do.
and
you
a
just stabbed him.
23
and you watch him go
passive
flying
perception.
off. It's not in your
I'm not
immediate
over the
view. I'm
ledge
seeing
yet.
if
I
she
just
is.
kind of. Oh, she doesn't see him.
We're checking to see if she does.
Oh, okay.
You clambered up and made an attack, and then
I
you
thought
got-
he was like right on the ledge.
She is.
Well, then I was just gonna.
All right. Okay. Then
And then duck
so
as his body goes.
Because he
you
knows
watch,
I'm right here to
You
pull.
watch as he, just as he goes into the tree line, you hear a crack, a loud, wet crack, just, and then you hear the breaking of branches and the flopping of a body.
That sucks.
I peek my head up and smile at the other two.
Just wave like.
Also, I'm a. Okay, yes, yeah. It's the rest of her turn now.
Oh, that's all. I was just holding my
Okay.
action. So that was my action.
Okay, Arthlos, you're up.
Oh no, I have the rest of my turn now.
Thranduin.
Sorry.
Yeah, all
No,
I
I'm
did
sorry,
Yes.
Arthlos. It's not your turn. My apologies.
It's not Arthlos' turn at all ever in this campaign.
Easy.
all I've done is use one attack. So.
All right. All right.
With Makuta busted for now.
And out of
that's
sight. You don't see
out of
this.
sight, out of mind. I have gotten up, and now I'm looking directly at Sovas.
Okay.
I'm a 15-foot tall panther.
The only other thing you notice is you kind of 15 feet tall.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
so
giants in
terrifying. The monolith does lock into its current position. I will say that.
It does.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. And I'm whipping out the oath bow. I've just climbed out. 15-foot tall panther pulls out bow. Bow whispers swift death to your enemies. And then I whisper back just unconsciously in Elvish, swift death to you who have wronged me. So now I have marked Sovas as my sworn enemy. And with my second attack on this action, I am firing the oath bow at him.
Okay.
Which I have advantage on, as he is my marked enemy. So we're looking at an 18 to hit.
18 to hit. Does hit. Give me just a second, chat.
Oh,
There we go.
Okay, so I need my D8. All right, it's 1. Great. So that's 5 plus the 3d6 from the oath bow and the 1d6 from Giant's Might. So 4d6 on top of that.
Giant's Might, even though it's a ranged attack.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
4, 5,
There
10.
it is.
So 10 plus the 5 that I said the first time. Yeah.
Okay,
so
15.
15 damage. And then I'm just gonna smile evilly at him and turn invisible.
I
He's
lower
so
my
scared.
head back down.
He's so scared. He's going to. He doesn't have a reaction. He doesn't have a reaction yet.
Nope.
Oh, that's right, because he tried to absorb.
He just looks on in horror.
And I'm just gonna
eyes get real
move
wide.
sideways like 10 feet. So I am just no longer in the spot that he thought the 15-foot tall panther was.
Oh my god. All right.
I will also laugh
It's at this point.
before I move.
Okay. So your turn's done.
Yeah,
That's the end of the round. Back to the top of the round. From the double doors, there is a brief sound heard, like something wet landing on the spiral staircase.
outside of the double doors behind
It's
them.
planned. Yes.
I know.
And then a scampering and skittering.
The beast.
And you hear Albert, but you don't see him.
I don't see Albert.
You don't
He's
see
not in the
Albert?
door.
No, he's down in the room that went up to where the other two are. There's a
I thought he
third
was
room.
following them.
Yes. He hasn't gone into the room yet.
He's like outside the door,
Just
basically.
outside the door.
Hmm.
And if the door has been broken down,
Right.
I would.
He's spiral staircase leading up to the door. He's not at the top of the spiral staircase. He's got a massive mic in his back.
Okay. I'm just trying to pick. I thought it was like a room and they were in another room, not like just at the top step of a spiral staircase.
Spiral staircase goes up, double doors, and then that's into the
It
room
was
that they're
So there
currently
is
in.
no other platform or floor that they were on before kicking the door in.
The top of the stairs, yes.
Okay. And Albert was not there.
Correct.
Got it. All right.
And there's a skittering. You see it.
Oh, okay.
It along the ceiling into the room that is under you. It's the room where you guys climbed up, right? Otto's bones
Ew.
oh good.
wrapped in wood, drooling with sap, acidic sap, kind of churning the wood where he steps. Long, almost Wolverine-like claws kind of coming out. And it might have been like his horns that have been cut up and used into various protrusions, and it's scrambling towards you upside down.
From under us.
Yes, where you guys climbed up,
Right.
he's there,
Ooh.
and it's coming,
Ooh.
and it enters the turn rotation.
How close to me is it?
Till you just say it just entered the room, so about what did I say, 100 feet,
Oh, it's on the other side of the room. It's not near me.
but on the ceiling.
But on the okay, I see.
So it's in our room.
It's not in your
On the
room.
other side,
It's
by
in
the
the
door
room
where
where
they
they came
came.
from. You moved up, turned invisible, and then sidestepped around. This is the room under.
Okay, how does she see it?
Because she's still down.
Still at the ledge. She hears it coming.
I thought you had to climb up to turn.
Nope.
No. Okay.
She sent the lines.
Okay.
I'm like on the ledge like this.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
behind.
Got it.
Cool deal. Everybody understand? Everybody on the same page? Good.
So it's
doing a
under
good
our
job
feet.
communicating.
It's under our
Yes.
feet. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you don't know it's there.
Correct.
Right.
Only
I
They
know.
did hear something splat. There was a hiss too. From
Albert.
Albert. All right. Arthlos, you're up.
Why do you keep saying Arthalos?
I know. Why did you
Oh
say
no,
that?
did I mess it up?
Thranduin.
Every time.
I'm sorry.
Every time.
Yeah.
So Arthlos is going to
I have
cast.
it written down as.
Arthlos is going to cast Hold Person. Make roll a disadvantage.
All right, you're up.
All right.
Branduin.
So I will channel Divinity.
Bad DM.
I will channel Divinity.
Okay.
Oath of Enmity,
Mm-hmm.
which gives me advantage on all my attacks against Sovas.
Excellent. So you close in the distance.
I am closing the distance, and I'm going to give
Alright.
a smack.
You'd be doing a bonk.
I'm going to try.
About an hour left, correct?
At advantage.
Yes.
Good.
But oh wait, Elven Accuracy, I get to roll a third time. And that's a 19, which I crit on because of Hexblade's Curse.
No. No.
We're going to add a little bit of spice with a level 5 smite.
Stank.
A level 5 smite.
That's.
Wow.
Oh.
So that's going to be,
Was that 5d8?
We're not messing around.
that'll be 10, 12d8.
Yeah. Any crit. The crit goes
So-
to smite damage as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
so that'd be a 10d8 from the smite.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Get it.
Yeah. Arthalos.
Get-
Arthalos be a
Thranduin.
Thranduin.
Randuin.
What are you doing?
Arthalos is also very strong.
I'm a bad DM. No, I'm not.
Jeff, there's a board right behind you. I need you to write the word Thranduin 5 times in the word on the board behind
wrote
you.
it down correctly.
Did I write it down wrong in the chat when I put my name in? Nope.
No, it's
okay.
me.
He's not even looking at the chat.
Okay.
I'm never gonna live this down.
No.
Vloxen will hold this over me forever. As she should.
Mushroom.
It's a lot of dice.
Yeah, it's a 12d8. It's max 96 damage without the modifier.
And that's only attack number 1.
Nice.
Offbeat would be proud.
It does put a smile on my face. So it's 73 with a mix of radiant and magical slashing.
Okay.
And then I will attack once more.
Good God.
Get it,
Good
get it.
God, man. You're a force to be
Get it,
reckoned
get it.
with.
I try.
It's beautiful and terrifying. Kind of hot. No, you did not.
Did you?
Shut up.
Did you?
A 19.
19.
Oh,
Let's go.
maybe a song.
All right.
And we kill him in 1 round.
That would be
This is the second
amazing.
round.
Technically.
I
We
guess.
threw his buddy off a cliff.
Yeah.
We got 2 BBEGs,
The other
1 round,
RPG, which-
2 rounds.
We threw his
All
friend
right.
off a cliff. He watched a
Listen.
15-foot panther shoot him with an arrow and then disappear out
So-
of existence. And then,
And then I wave and disappear.
And then
So watching-
Thranduin is now destroying his essence.
Watching the first hit, did it look like the radiant did anything
The radiant looks like it did full effect.
and the magical slashing like didn't?
Looks like
Or
it did too, yes.
okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
but not one more than the other.
Nope.
Okay. So in that case, I will just try the Eldritch Smite this time,
Okay.
which will be 10d8, 12d8 total. But this will be force damage, and he will be knocked prone.
Do I roll?
Nope.
Just battered him down to the ground.
If he is,
Just down.
if it's huge or smaller, it gets knocked prone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Smite. Smite's great.
Paladins. They
Yep.
humble you. They humble you.
So that's another 73 force damage. And just
Oh my God.
poof. So the first hit is like an upswing, and the second one's a downswing, and it just flattens him to the ground.
Oh, you see his head bounce off the
The first hit, like a beam of radiance, like hits him, and then the second one, just a little shockwave of force floods out as he hits the ground.
All right, Fizbin, what are you doing?
He'll close the distance with that last 15 feet or so and continue with. Ironically, you tried to blind him because the next statement is the truth of the Stormfather will blind his enemies with righteous lightning, and then just call lightning at 5th level down
Let's
on this
go.
guy.
Good.
So
Lord.
dexterity 18 saving
Okay.
throw.
He fails.
I'll go ahead and use my channel divinity to maximize that. So it's 50 lightning damage. And then that's with one hand, and then the second hand again, another zap. So I need a dexterity 15 saving throw. Is that right?
He succeeds.
Does prone do anything for Dex?
Oh, I would roll at a disadvantage. Which he fails.
Okay. And then that is I'll actually roll that.
I'm helping.
It's another 4d6. So 10, 15, 17 more lightning damage. So a total of 67 lightning?
Yeah.
So, and now I've got Call Lightning over top of him.
Nice.
All right,
And I'm just like hovering over top of him as this lightning
That's your turn?
avatar.
and that's your turn.
Yes.
Okay. Sovas is going to get up on one knee, put his staff over his knee, and put his weight on it, and hold his action. He looks very desperate. Anyone with arcane training make a Arcana check, which I think might just be George.
I have divine
does,
training.
Does
ahead,
Warlock
make it.
count as?
Sure.
I mean, I already know what it does anyway, so I know what he's prepping to do.
Well, at a -1, 10.
Okay.
My intelligence is not great.
Okay.
It's an 8 for me.
An 8 for you.
+2 to Arcana. No, I have Arcana training. Just Druid magic.
I'm going to say no, because what we're diving for here is whether or not they would have learned
Yeah.
in training and
Gotcha.
lessons and deep lore and hidden books and libraries.
Cool.
All right. He's holding his action.
Does he look
Auto
bloodied?
turn.
Yes. He looks terrified. Yeah.
Who wouldn't be?
Tracy?
15.
15? Oh, it gets all the way to you.
Oh boy.
Does not manage, double checking. Manages to pierce you once. Make a con save.
Okay.
Hold on. Is this a
Plant.
magically created plant? Oh, never mind. There's the rest of the thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
What am I making?
The rest
Sorry.
of the sentence really
Con.
ruined it for us.
Fail, whatever it is.
It does that
6.
sometimes. 6? Okay, you take the full poison damage as well.
I'm immune to poison.
Well, never mind. Excuse me. Nicely done. Regardless, you take 37 piercing damage.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn.
Same thing that you did to Makuda to this guy.
He is much farther inside.
How far away from?
He's 50 feet inside the.
But he's on the underside.
Oh, the
Yeah.
creature.
Thing. Oh, the creature for sure. But I'm.
Oh,
I
yeah.
am
I
asking
mean, if like
about.
a vine were to wrap around it and just yank it down.
Possibly.
That is.
This is how we deal with our enemies now. We just throw them to the ground.
Well, that was already definitely
Throw them into the Undercity.
Okay.
I'm glad we're on the same
Feed them
page.
to the Yuan-Ti.
Oh yes. So the other guy's way too far. So yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action grasping vine to try and rip it off the wall. It needs to make a dex save.
14.
It fails.
Oh,
It gets ripped 20 feet towards where the vine was
Which is off the cliff.
yeah, that's off the cliff.
and released.
Just writhing, pincer-like, almost insectoid jerkiness.
And then I'm going to use my movement.
Yeah, that was just the bonus action. Of the
That was
turn.
just my bonus action.
You're just like, ew.
Yeink.
McCool is asleep on the ocean floor. His beast is flying.
I would like to use a bit of my movement, and then I would like to cast Wall of Thorns right in front of the whatever he's prepping to do with the staff in him. So I want to cast it between him and the rest of the party.
Not on him, but around him.
No, on him for sure.
On him for sure.
But I just want to make sure that he's in it with it in between.
Well, I am 5 feet. Like I'm next to him.
That's gonna
Are you-
proc his bonus.
Oh,
That's gonna
shit.
proc his held action. So he sees.
Wait, no. Fizbin's right there. I didn't know Fizbin was on him. I thought he was.
Yeah.
just in-
We're
Okay.
both within
Okay.
melee.
So that because that
We're
was
both
out.
within melee. Oh yeah, we are both within melee.
Okay. Then I can still move close enough. I would like to Thorn Whip to try and like pull his ankle out from under.
Just to trip him.
Yeah, because he said he
Yeah,
was up
so
on
because
one
the
knee.
staff is on the
his
knee, you're
staff.
trying to get
I want
that-
to try and pull that ankle
Okay,
with my Thorn
so
Whip.
George, help me out here. Turn rotation wise, does my held action proc or do I roll?
I
Does she
don't.
roll?
I
Can I
don't
roll
know.
the
What
hit?
is the
What's
what is the
the
held
item
action
for you?
for?
What specifically would be proccing the
You
held
don't know.
action?
Oh, yeah.
Would it be damage?
It would be aggression, an aggressive attack against.
Then yours would proc.
Yeah.
Okay. You rolled a hit first.
13.
13. It actually doesn't hit.
Yeah, so I miss him.
Okay.
But
So I don't know if that's still
The,
procced.
the attempt was still made
This
though.
was-
This
Yeah.
is not.
I think the attempt of aggression, though.
Mm-hmm.
If perceived.
I was behind him
And he's looking up at
and I missed him.
boy howdy.
Oh, okay.
So is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn. I'm
Sure.
35 feet closer to him now. So if he was 50, I'm 25 away from him.
Minty.
How fast?
You've messed with a lot of people before over the years, and you can tell when they're at a breaking point of desperation.
Yeah.
You get those vibes now.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
But I have so much more cheese.
There'll be plenty of that in the future.
I was just gonna ask you how fast I would have to get Mentiroso running to shoulder check him completely off balance.
Just to deck him prone.
Oh, I mean to just ruin his day. It's already pretty ruined.
If you
I mean, a
fail,
15 foot.
his held action will proc, I assume. Is that how that works? Because she rolled the hit, so he's gonna.
I mean,
roll the hit.
if he
I'm
tries,
moving 30 miles per hour.
if he attacks, and even if he does succeed, per the rules, the held action will proc regardless.
Regardless.
Like regardless if he succeeds or fails, like the attack is made and he will do the thing. So hitting him fast enough isn't going to stop the held action from. Yeah.
Unless like the specific position that he's kneeling in matters.
I'm gonna say not in this case.
Okay.
I know what is coming, so like I can confidently say that it won't work.
Okay.
Because I've planned this for Outlaw.
But the character doesn't know that.
Right.
I'm gonna speak to him
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, "You look tired.
Okay.
Put down the staff and we'll spare you."
Just the ethereal voice of this 15-foot tabaxi.
The
kind of-
15-foot invisible voice.
Oh my
He
goodness.
flinches. Does not put down the stick. Does not put down the staff.
Okay. I'm just gonna start counting down from 3 very slowly.
Roll intimidation.
10,
Okay, you counting all the way down?
Absolutely, I am.
On 1, he breaks the staff.
How many charges does it have? Is it full?
It's not full.
Oh no.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, it's the
First, I
staff
need
of
to
the
make
Magi.
50-50. Oh, I wish I had my D2 for this.
Oh,
Odds,
Good
evens. Okay. Perfect one. He
Does he bid?
well, huh?
Does he bid?
Yeah. Unknown to the party.
I don't know what happens when you break a staff.
Yeah. You need everyone
okay.
in this and I mean everybody needs a DC 17 dex save, and pray you make it.
That's not good.
All right. That's a
Oh,
20.
Don't give me those puppy eyes. You rolled a 1.
I got a 19.
What we got, boys?
I got a 3.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, hey,
Is that a 20?
That's a
Yeah, I
20.
think it's
Yeah.
20. All right.
Okay.
The healers are down.
Are they?
We'll see. We'll find out.
Oh,
It won't be as bad for you, Taylor, because you're farther away.
How much? What kind of damage is it?
Yay.
I believe it's force.
Please do that.
You think I'm out of cheese, Beth?
What you got, buddy?
Don't worry about it.
All right, buddy.
Just tell me what's going on.
I'm getting there, buddy. I need to handle this delicately.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, force
All right.
damage.
What happens?
Working on it. I'm working on it. It's complicated. Number of charges at the staff.
So the number of charges is how many times it blows up?
No,
No.
it's the range.
Oh, the
Can you-
range.
No. How much? It's not the range. It only goes up to 30 feet.
Right.
Oh,
How many charges are in
I'm
it?
not.
If you're hanging on the edge, you're out of it.
I'm not.
Oh.
Did move.
I'm 25 feet away from them.
I'm checking that now.
Did the thing I've always wanted to do with the
Above
staff
50,
of the
it
Magi.
happens, but if it's below 50, it doesn't happen.
Wait, what?
If it's below 50 charges, it doesn't blow up.
No. It's just it automatically blows up if it's over 50. So like if it absorbs over 50, it'll blow up. But if he
Gotcha.
chooses to blow it up, it'll be however many charges times 16
Okay.
for him, times 8 for me and Fizbin, and times
You got
4
that.
for Taylor and Ben, I think.
You got the save though, didn't you, Tendon?
So I don't roll. It's flat damage.
It's flat damage. It's
Okay, that's
yeah.
what
It's
I was-
however many is in the staff times a number.
Yep.
So how much is it? How much is in it? Just I got my calculator ready. I'm just
21 charges. 21 times for
times 8.
you. It's times 4. So 21 times 4. That's how much damage you're gonna take. Not sorry. You got closer. For you, it's times 4. You're closer.
I got the save.
25 feet.
So 21 times 6. Am I correct here? How far are you away? Sorry, how many feet?
25 feet away.
Okay, so it's 4 for you.
I got the save.
Then you're taking.
And I'm 50 feet away.
Then you're good. Fizbin, what'd you get? How close are you? How many feet?
I'm right next to him.
Okay. So that's
That'll
8.
work.
21.
You're taking 168 damage.
168 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. These two eat 168 damage.
I saved, so I halved.
Okay.
I take 168 damage.
Are you down? Are you dead? You might be dead. Because if
So-
you double the amount, like if you go down to 0 and then you meet your.
I was at 100. I was at 105.
Okay.
So he's not.
So you're down.
You're just down.
You're down.
Right.
So you got cut off mid soliloquy as this eruption goes off.
Yep. I always get
He
interrupted.
takes no damage, by the way.
Walk
Yeah, I mean if you're
through.
50
Cloud rune.
if you're 50 feet away,
That's a targeted. This is an area effect.
And if you're 50 feet away, you don't get damage anyway.
Okay.
If you're just hit by an
Hit
attack.
by an attack roll.
Okay, so if they're
It's not an attack roll, though.
Don't take any damage.
It's not an
Okay,
attack
so-
roll. He's just breaking the staff and blowing up.
Right.
I'm down.
You're down.
Yep, I had 71 hit points. You hit me for 84.
Thing.
All right. Do you fall from the ceiling to the floor?
I'm in the room.
That's right. Thank you. Sorry.
Nobody wants you to be in the room right now.
Sorry.
It's like she's like, if I weren't in the room, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
I apologize.
If I wasn't close to him, I'd be A-okay.
Look at me.
Everyone forgot about the thorn whip.
My bad.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, I don't mind.
The truth of the.
I just like quickly lamp hands him so he can finish. Like, don't stop it. Keep going.
You thought you could blind me.
All right. So that's Sovas. Sovas is not there after the bright white explosion goes off and everyone's ears stop ringing.
How much is that? Lay on hands.
It's the 3 I had left. Oh wait, no.
Before we get to that,
Okay.
you're down.
Yeah,
You're
it's
down.
yeah.
Okay. You, my friend, my fantastic satyr fawn, find yourself in a gray, misting floor, surrounded by walls of fog and cloud. You hear a rumble about you. You were also there, Fizbin. You can see her and perceive her, but she cannot perceive you.
Oh, okay.
Tara, where are we?
Well, this place is weird.
Tara,
It's not my stomach.
Tara, stop ignoring me.
I feel like this one's yelling at me.
This one's probably yelling at me. Okay.
Well, at least I know I'm still alive. She's
She
still ignoring me.
has ambition.
The words of the Stormfather resonate through you, Fizbin. You hear the rumbling as well.
You hear the words?
You don't, and
Oh.
your brain feels like it's gonna pop.
No, like this.
Fizbin, you're aware that she is not of the Stormfather's eye.
Like he can't perceive her?
This experience could kill her, just being where she is right now.
Oh. Well, that's one way to put it, yes.
We need speak of your trial, my son.
This is a different tone than the last time you talked to him. But that tone does come back when you hear him quietly say, in almost a passing note,
You did not write down my words last we spoke.
Pretty bad at remembering that, but I'll remember to do it next time.
you feel a roundabout chastisement for saying, and the word of the Stormfather is thus. But you did not even write down his words last you spoke, even when you were directed to. He speaks now of the current situation, your entire arc, if you will, where you are right now in the world, your story. And he seems to have this perception, the Stormfather, that this is like one of the last, and this is what you get from just his words, because you've studied him so much over your life, you've dedicated to the Stormfather. He sees this as one of your final trials, the final trials of an old holy man.
No, you're very much right. Forgive me, Stormfather, but it's not normal for someone of my position in the church to be the one doing the writing. Perhaps I may need to change that.
Speak to me of your disciple. But before you do, with every rumble, your brain just it's killing you. We
Oh,
must
good.
speak
of this one.
No, dying is no fun.
She wishes her intentions are dark, but they are not evil. Speak to me of her.
I agree.
He
I have
appears before you.
Oh,
While Fizbin's speaking, Fizbin appears almost in kind of this opaque way, almost out of mist. You can see his form. Speak, Fizbin.
I agree that I have never witnessed any or felt any evil from Terra. I have been hard to understand her at times. Her magics are not from a divine source like herself, but it is also not false like those of the Endeavor. But no, she has not done anything unnatural. She has not created anything that I would deem evil as well.
Nothingness. And it's just you and Fizbin. It's just Fizbin and the Stormfather.
Where did you go? That was really nice.
Why would...
I have spared her.
My head really hurts.
And then he steps out, the mist parting, like the parting of water, and out steps the Stormfather into the eye. And he looks kindly upon you. Speak to me of your disciple.
First, thank you for sparing the life of the little one.
I hold you responsible for what happens upon this island, Fizbin.
Well, that would make two of us. I hold myself accountable for what happens here.
Kind of rumbles and nods at your words.
Thranduin is growing. Thranduin is quite strong. I'm sure if anyone were to ask him to recite at least half of your scriptures by now, he might have them memorized. Did you not see the last battle, what he did to that archdruid? That was quite impressive. I mean, of course, with your help, but yes, there was many a smite, and it was wonderful to watch.
Many a smite.
What do you think of him?
I had not planned for you to make a new disciple in the waning of your life.
Prime of my life, if I were to be asked, but whichever.
Rumbles a chuckle. But I have changed my plans for this world so that he will fit within it. This is my gift. If you choose, he may be of mine eye. That too will be your responsibility.
Well,
He's giving you permission to officially bring him into the holiest of holies, if you will.
Which is not the most common thing, you know.
No, it's a rare honor.
Yeah.
Obviously,
well.
you'll have to perform a ritual at a later time, all that good
Right.
stuff. But that is about as glowing of an endorsement as Thranduin can get.
And to be honest, one that Fizbin can get, to be able to have that honor bestowing that upon someone. Well,
Glass armor soon. We'll have to figure that out.
I have vouched for him since the first time you asked about him, and he has got nothing but greatness. And he's I believe he's made us proud in a sense. So, yes, I will gladly take on this responsibility of bringing him to your eye.
Stormfather is strife. He is ambition. Of the 12 aspects of all things, his is the reaching hand. Personified. In passing, as he kind of nods, as you sense, Fizbin, the healing nature of Arthalos's touch. Thranduin's touch, I swear to God. In passing, Stormfather, almost over his shoulder as he re-enters the mist, we do not have a word for what that small creature is. Tread
Awesome.
carefully.
Wonderful.
Adorable. All right.
Enchanting.
Fizbin, any last things you want to say as you feel yourself being drawn back to the land of the living?
Thank you for gracing me with your presence again.
Write it down.
I will do my best. I mean, I will. Yes, I absolutely will.
Rumbles of hate.
I'll see you soon.
And you come to. And Arthalos is, son of a... Thranduin. I'm sorry. Thranduin, I'm embarrassed. Is stooped over you.
And how much HP does this give, you said?
3.
Yes, just enough to wake me up.
Wake me up. No.
Before you go.
I kind of like steady him and like help him sit up.
And you're still down.
Yeah, I
You-
know.
You good? Because I don't got enough juice left to heal her, so that's you.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask that. Bring me to her, please.
Yep.
I was gonna call Albert and the mic in it and see if the giant mushroom could bring her back. Nope.
We'll leave
But
him.
Albert does
Yeah.
scramble
you
up
over.
into the room after squeezing and kind of hurting slightly my
That or it's
sovereign.
just Thranduin
From the
horribly playing the lyre, trying desperately to get it to work. Like,
Oh, no.
I don't know, music, back to do the thing.
Dorky, we love you. Come back soon.
Yeah, he'll shuffle over and then slap his scaly hand on top of her forehead and cast heal.
There it is.
Whoa.
The last thing you remember was the end of the Stormfather encounter. You remember none of the nothingness.
Oh. Are you all right, Tara?
I'm okay. That was really nice, the things you said about me.
The what?
The Stormfather.
What?
This is why he never gets anything written down.
You spoke with the Stormfather?
You heard all of that?
Uh-huh. I was right there.
You didn't hear me for a while.
No, but I heard when you said I'm not evil, which is nice.
Yes, I suppose I did say that.
cool. I think
Well-
you're not evil also.
Of course I'm not evil. Look at me.
That's high praise coming from Fizbin.
Yeah. I
All
know.
right, that's enough talk about my praising. It's supposed to me like
Terrence is kind of like shimmies and you kind of like me.
Like, we're basically besties now.
yeah.
Come here, sis.
I got a what do I got? A 4th level spell still. Oh, yeah, I still have a 4th level. I can cure wounds at that. Oh yeah, I
I have
cast
some
cure
heals.
wounds at 4th. I'll just do
Speaking of
another
what are you
thing.
up to, my
Heal
friend?
is like 60 or something.
Heal 70.
I would like to
Seven.
peer over the ledge
Okay.
at where the bodies were flung.
You don't see him. This is tree line.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna just look around the room, check the spot where the guy was, inspect his staffs.
The staff is broken into many pieces, and you see no corpse at all.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna
What
go
about
over
the-
to Otto.
The thing, the ball in the middle, the monolith.
The monolith. It is there and it is locked in place. You can see it's like kind of like if a kid dropped a Rubik's Cube and it just kind of was in an amorphous, jagged script and linings kind of moving in and out in strange ways.
Can I try mimicking the movements that I saw him doing and just like putting just pure like druid magic behind it, having no idea what I'm doing other than transmutation and just mimicking
Make an
him?
Arcana check.
Okay. 13. I'm still keep trying to do it.
Can I just make a general perception check?
Mhm.
Hearing, seeing, smelling. 23.
23. You can see a few people fleeing at the base of the tree
Okay.
into the woods, mostly elves. Not all
We
warriors.
threw him just completely out of the tree.
Oh, I know. I'm talking about other people, like elves that were serving within the
Okay.
tree. They're fleeing, and they're exiting this tower, down by
Take
the
pot
beach,
shots
just
from the-
fleeing into the woods.
From the balcony.
I mean, I have lightning arrow. It really wouldn't be pot shots.
then
for
you
me.
be able to hit one or two or a
No,
couple.
no, I'm not talking about them. My worry now is why are they running from this tower?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What an excellent question.
Can I inspect Otto?
You
Like
can-
the face
wanna go
in
up
the
to
wood.
giant face? Yeah.
Yeah.
You approach it and it's in a grimace of pain.
Is it in, like I said, etched into the wood, or has it become the wood?
It has become wood.
Would it still be considered a body part of Otto's previous body?
No, it has been transmuted. It is no longer what it was.
Mike and it's in the room, yeah?
Now there is the bones that have been flung off the tree of the creature that was skittering. That was Otto's bones. So there is that out there.
Down there.
Right.
And I was going to bring this up later, but you do not find, I got it written down, you do not find that body. Or Makuta's.
Of course not.
We haven't gone down to look yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
But even when
eventually,
we look, they're
we're
gone.
kind of rounding out the episode. In closing, you wouldn't find it.
Okay. Can I touch the monolith?
Yes.
I'll just like take a moment of silence and kind of like rest my hand on the head and kind of like say a prayer of like, you know.
Good.
The Mike and it's is in the room, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay, I turn to it. I assume it still has connection with everything inside of the tree.
Mhm.
Why are they running?
You feel its mind expand out and get that kind of pulse. I do believe they are fleeing from you.
I get a devious smile on my face. And just kind of like in an ending of the episode, I jump out of the window with my claws into the side of the tree and just kind of scrape quickly down with fire in my other hand.
Oh my god, okay.
Oh no.
Oh my god, okay. Are you lighting this thing?
Oh, I'm not lighting it on fire. I'm just a 15-foot tall panther sliding down the side of the tree
Okay.
with fire in my hand, laughing maniacally.
just scared to be below.
There he goes.
What time of day is it?
It's about sunset.
Oh, okay.
So how far away are the fleeing elves?
Yes. Sorry?
How far away are the elves? Like how far down to the ground is it?
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet. This is
Oh, okay.
Is
Never
it
mind.
more than 600?
Yes. You are also about at the halfway point of the tree where the party is, not where you are.
I'm.
Lower.
All I'm saying is the Oathbow, I still get advantage on long
Shoot your shot.
shots.
Shoot
I'm
your
not.
shot.
I'm not gonna. But
Okay.
they're really far away.
You can get down there.
I'm sliding very
Yeah.
quickly.
Sure thing. You want to just say you go hunting?
Oh,
Predator style? Okay. He leaves the party and goes hunting Predator style, and it's terrifying.
Using invisibility and fire.
Yes, of
Nice.
course.
Touch.
Yes. This does not have the same investiture of the rest of the island. This is alien to you, and you can almost perceive, almost like this is the tip of a finger grasping into this realm. Not so literal, like there's a being here, but this monolith was part of a much more vast mechanism. Words.
It's what the giants used to get here, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
I remember.
They had their fingers in
That's right.
many pies.
pies.
Not literally pies, but you can tell that this has broken the pain of the land significantly. This is a power that was never meant to even be here.
Mhm.
This is vast. This is beyond anything that your history books, which half of the party has read, have seen or is even vaguely capable of.
Mhm.
And it is asleep. You perceive all of this mechanism.
Okay. I don't think I can do anything now, right? It's not music.
Yeah. I would get to translating because there are various rituals that you might be able to glean. But you don't have someone who can, well, you have some people who can read it in the party.
Yeah. I'll just kind of look at the monolith. I'll be like, Fizbin, can you read what this says?
I could, yes.
What does it say?
Takes a moment to like stare at Tara and then begins to read the monolith.
Okay.
Decides to actually help.
All right.
Real quick, during my hunting, can I try to capture one of them? I have a net. I have a hunting trap.
Just a second. You begin.
He said, "Okay," but that was the end of the day.
You begin translating and learning these ancient runes, and that is where we're going to leave off with the episode. Sorry, I just needed to capstone that,
Okay.
and so that on the next Tuesday I'm going to have all that answered.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. You capture one of them kicking and screaming for his friends who don't come to help him.
Oh no! Why would they?
No, why would they?
Can he scream with a muzzle on? Does he have a muzzle on?
No, he does not. The leaders, certain leaders would have had a muzzle. So, like for example, the one with that living armor would have had a muzzle.
I hope they all just went
So-
around.
Upon your
Quiet.
own judgment, at some point, however long this would take, I've climbed back up and I'm just throwing a writhing body in a net over the ledge.
We can pick up with that.
Okay.
Anybody
Good
else wanna do
show.
Anything before we finish up?
Yes, I'd like to prep murdering that elf as soon as it comes
Sure,
over
sure,
the
sure,
edge.
With prejudice.
It's like, look, I caught one for a stab.
Oh,
Lightning bolt!
Oh, you wanted to talk to it? Whoops.
I like to prep for a good reason. to
Whoa,
stay
the
here till
others are
midnight.
dead. You look out, there's just 100 elves with arrows in their back.
some of them are in funny positions. Yeah, I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. I think I'm good to end it. How we
Okay.
doing? You good?
Do you want to rearrange the elven bodies so that they say like the word Arthurus or something? Anything on that?
Jake, I'm so sorry. I've never messed that up so hard before, dude.
It's fine. It's whatever.
I-
It's been a long time, so we've played
Been a minute.
more of Kjol recently than we have of Terraform, so it makes sense.
I imagine this will just be a flat no, but like while I'm on the floor where Makuta got thrown, could I have just checked for any signs of something?
You find a pile of gravel